5B, Councilor Nordyke.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to direct staff to draft an ordinance prohibiting the sale and use of fireworks in the event of hazardous conditions during the 4th of July holiday weekend. Hazardous conditions shall be defined in the ordinance upon staff recommendation and review by council.
I'm of the opinion sometimes it's just easier and better if we take a simple stance of communicating what we want our residents to do. I think it's absolutely true. I don't think anyone here would disagree that our police and local, fire department have no way to enforce the ban, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it, in my opinion. I think that we've seen that in communities that even had a last minute, emergency ban, that they've had significantly fewer, fire events reported compared to historical norms. So I think that sometimes, we forget that soft power is power, and that's the ability to get people to do what you want just by asking. So I think for me, the wake up was just that heat event, and now we know that, this June was the hottest June in Oregon that humans have ever recorded. And that we have to get used to the fact that the rate of change is increasing. So when you get these, climate crisis events, they're just going to be more frequent and more unpredictable. So I think we could take some simple stances to make a difference moving forward, and this would be that.
Fireworks can be discharged year-round. You often hear them on the 4th of July, obviously, but you hear them on New Year's, Super Bowl. You pick a celebration event, Cinco de Mayo, you'll hear them that time of year too. So they're legal to use year-round. They're only legal to sell during a certain period of time in the city limits. Now, when we talk about the legal fireworks, like Councilor Hoy mentioned, those are the ones that stay on the ground, the sparklers, the things like that. Anything that flies in the air has been illegal in Oregon for years. You only have to drive across the border into Washington or any Indian reservation to be able to purchase these fireworks. And many people do purchase them. And that's what, the main issue we have is the illegal fireworks that are already illegal that are being lit off in our community. The other thing that I want to clarify is we already have procedures in place under an emergency order. If we see conditions that would dictate me requesting the city manager to declare an emergency, we can do a lot of things under that, including the ignition of fireworks under a total burn ban. I have to tell you that I've followed it very closely this year, like I do every year, looking at our local weather forecasts. And our conditions here in Salem, while we do have some drought conditions, were minimal for large fire risk. And this is from the National Pacific Northwest Significant Fire Potential Forecast. So we look at the science every year. I can show you a 10-year history of firework-related fires in our town. And I think the largest year's loss we had was $7,000. This year we had 5 fires related to fireworks, about $3,000 in property loss. So the issue of fireworks are causing a lot of fires simply is not the case in Salem. Certainly we've had some large fires started with fireworks across the state, but that's not the case in Salem. So we really evaluate every year, and we do this all the time. We do it during the ice storms. We do it during water events. Anything that relates to emergency management. So we do have things in place to be able to place a ban in place if need be. What we don't do is look at global warming as a reason to do a firework ban. We look at actual weather conditions in the city and our forecast and 7-day impacts that we're going to have.